Hey, welcome back to Cool Kids Art, and let's draw the awesome looking fully upgraded drift from behind. So this is a really cool angle, and one of you guys actually suggested it and I never even thought about it. So let's get started with a quick sketch, and then I will show you line by line on how you can draw this. So we're gonna start out on the back here. Gonna be right at the spine on the back, so you can make a little dot for the middle, and then from that point there I'm just gonna slant down slightly. And then I'm going to draw his collar, so we're going to just go up on the sides. Okay, and then come back here. You can make a little dot in the center if you like. And then we'll just kind of go up. So this is going to be the collar from the back. Okay, and then from here, we're going to draw in his shoulder. So we're going to come out. Just kind of slant it down. And then we're going to come in. So this is going to be his waist. Okay, and then we'll just close that off for now. And then let's go back up and finish up the back of the head. So here's the back of his head. So in the middle here, we can draw in a curve. Okay, come down on each side. And now we're going to draw his ears. So on each side here, just kind of curve up. And then we're going to come down slightly. And then it's going to be one little bump here. So come down, just curve it back in. Down, just curve it in. Okay, so that's the back. And let's draw in some of the details here so we can get into the little letter in the middle here. So on his collar on the back, okay, and then from that bar, we're just gonna give it some thickness here. So this is actually this is the stripe here. Come up and just go out. So all we're doing is just following this line here. Okay, so that's the back of the collar, and then here we're gonna start. This part's a little bit more complicated, but it's actually not that bad. So I'll extend this line right here. Just extend it slightly, and then we're gonna stop there. And then we're gonna come down, just draw in, same thing, but just like two little marks. And then we're gonna connect that. So we're gonna draw in the little letter first. Okay, so once you connect that, just come out on each side, just come back down. So this thing is going to be symmetrical. And then after you draw this, just come down in the middle here. Just draw like a little box. I know it's a little bit weird, we're skipping a lot of spaces, but this is probably the easiest way to draw it. And then once you have this little box, now we can draw in the rest. So come to the side, just curve it up. And then slant out. And then we're going to come back in. Stop right around here. Okay, so come back into this point here, and now we can draw in another line coming down. So this is one, almost like one continuous bar. And then now we're gonna go out, and then come back in again. We're stopping at this line here. Okay, we're stopping at that line, and then now we're gonna come in here. This is one continuous line. Just draw that, and then now this part is a little bit easier, so just curve out. And this side is gonna keep coming down, and just kind of curve it and close it off. Alright, so it's a little bit tricky, but that's probably the hardest part of this drawing. So once we have this, now we can draw in the little square behind it. So we got from this line here, just go out right about to the corner here, and then we're gonna come down, and then I'm gonna come all the way down, but behind the letter, right about here, and then we're gonna just kind of close this off again behind the letter. And then once we have that, we have to add in, this is actually like a little strip here. So we're gonna continue this line here, just come down. This part's easy. We're just gonna follow in the previous line. So we're just going all the way around. And we can come back up here, come down. And then from there, we're gonna draw in, just close this off, and we're almost done with the back. All right, so there's a little bit more detail, but let's move on to the arms first. So for his arm, the sleeve, so on the corner here, slight curve out, and just come back to the middle. Just come back to this point there. Okay, big sleeve coming out. Okay, and then once we have that, now we can draw in the lower arm. So this part's pretty easy. We're just gonna be flaring it out. This is gonna be his elbow. Close it off. And then now his gloves are pretty wide. So we're gonna extend the line slightly. Just come all the way in, all the way down to his wrist. One line there for detail, and now this is gonna be his hand. And I'm gonna have him be holding a pistol. So this one's a little bit different since we're seeing it from the back. So here we're gonna come down and just curve it. So that's gonna be the trigger finger from the back. Extend out, and then we're just gonna close this off. Okay, so that's the back of the hand right here. And then the detail on the glove. Okay, and then now we can draw in the pistol. So we're just gonna extend the line here. Just go back up. Close it with a slant. And this is just gonna be a generic pistol. So here's the trigger area around the fingers. And then here is the grip. Little slant. And then for the details, so I'm just gonna draw on a curve and a line, and then just add some details. I'll just keep it simple like all the other ones. It's kind of small. So here's a little sight, just 2 little rectangles, and then here's the tip. Okay, so let's move on to the other arm. So this other arm is a little bit easier because it's just gonna be holding a fist. So same thing here, extend this line, come all the way down to the wrist. One line detail for the glove. And then for the back here, there's the back of the fist. Okay, we're gonna turn it. So this one's a little bit different, and here's the finger. Just turn it in and just hook around it. So that's a little pinky. And then for the palm here, we're just gonna give it a slight curve. Okay, and then for the glove detail, just a little rectangle. Okay, so that's it for his arm, and we have to add in the little stripe here. So this one's easy. We're just gonna draw. So that's one stripe, and then come up. Let's draw one more. So here's the bottom stripe. Then one more. All right, so let's move on to the back. So this part is pretty simple. So just slant down, and it's gonna flare out quite a bit all the way to his hands. And then in the middle, we're just gonna come to the middle here, close it off. All right, and let's finish up the boot first, and then we'll add in the detail. Okay, so we're coming down here. So here's his leg. So I'm just gonna make it straight. And then from these 2 points here, just come up. It's gonna be the back of his shoes. Close it off. And then on this point here, we're gonna come out. Just kind of go out a little bit, and then come back down. So turn it, come back down. And then here's the back. Just kind of go back up. And then the back of here's the heel. So we're just gonna come down. Just kind of have it come out a little bit this side. Close it off. One little detail for the sole. And then lastly, put in like a little bit of shape here. So we're seeing a little bit of the shoe tip. Okay, and then it's got some detail here, so this one's easy. Alright, so let's draw on the other side. So it's gonna be the same thing. Just kind of slant it in slightly, and then we're gonna hook it up. Close it off. And this one's gonna flare out. And then same thing, turn and just kind of pinch it in. I'm gonna go up. Down. Close it. One stripe, and then again we're gonna see a little bit of the front here. Makes it more interesting. And then the back detail here. Okay, so that's pretty much its boot, and now we just kind of have to finish up the cool details on his coat here. So we're gonna draw one big bar in the middle here. So we're actually gonna start back up here. Just draw one bar, and then we're gonna continue that line all the way down to the coattails at the end. And it's okay if it's a little bit wobbly because it's supposed to be cloth anyways. Okay, so then this is actually the middle. So we're drawing another line here, so we're gonna make 2 bars. Okay, so just draw another line beside it, and then we're just gonna keep coming down again. And we'll see this a little bit better once we color it. So now we have 2 bars. And then on the top here, I actually almost forgot, there's a little bit of an arc here. So from the corner here, just kind of go in to the letter. That's supposed to be the sun, I think. Okay, and then let's see for the details down here. So this one, and it's gonna be symmetrical, so just flare out, keeping the same slant as this. And then just turn it in slightly, and then we're gonna go straight up. And then we're just gonna go out. And then it's got those big pockets here. So this one's easy. We're just gonna draw a rectangle, and then one line dividing it. And then same thing here. And that is it for this fully upgraded drift from behind. Hope you guys liked the way it turned out. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you do, please do give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time.